Every allegation against P. Diddy explained. Sean Diddy Combs, who identifies as the self-proclaimed bad boy for life, is facing substantial legal issues stemming from many allegations of sexual assault, harassment, and sex trafficking throughout the duration of his career. On March 25th, as the hip-hop mogul was on his private aircraft, CNN aired live coverage of concurrent raids on his residences in Miami and Los Angeles. He entered a plea of not guilty prior to the denial of his bail. Cassandra Cassie Ventura, his former girlfriend, initiated a fifth case in late 2023, accusing him of rape and bodily abuse. Several days later, they reached an agreement and withdrew the complaint. They are detaining him until the trial. Number 5. What is said in the lawsuit? What are the key allegations in her lawsuit against Combs? Ventura filed a lawsuit under the Adult Survivors Act of New York, which allowed victims to file a single, one-year lawsuit against their alleged sexual abusers and institutions after the statute of limitations had passed. This applies even in cases where the statute of limitations has already passed. The window is no longer open. According to her, she was 19, and Combs was 37 when they first met in 2005. She claims in the complaint that Combs had authority over almost every element of her life, including her personal medical records and employment. She alleges that he was regularly aggressive, giving her copious amounts of drugs and physically assaulting her multiple times a year. Additionally, according to the lawsuit, Combs coerced Ventura into having sex with male prostitutes in other places, which she alleges he saw, videotaped, and masturbated to. Additionally, she claims that after a dinner in 2018, Combs broke into her apartment and sexually assaulted her, despite her numerous attempts to push him away. After that, according to Ventura, she broke up with him permanently. Number 4. Diddy assaulted Cassie in 2016, according to video. CNN released security video of Combs assaulting Ventura in the elevator bay of the now-defunct Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles in May. The video appears to corroborate a similar incident Ventura described in her lawsuit. Combs yelled at her as he followed her into the hotel corridor. As she fled to the elevator, Ventura's complaint states, he grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them. Following the release of the footage, Combs posted an apologetic video on Instagram. I fully accept responsibility for what I did in that video. When I did it, I was appalled. Now I'm appalled. I went and looked for expert assistance. I started going to rehab and therapy. Combs said, I had to ask God for his grace and mercy. I sincerely apologize. Combs' former director of security, Piers Morgan, said in an interview that he saw the rapper assaulting women 4 or 5 times, therefore, he wasn't shocked by the video. Number 3. According to one complaint, Combs used his celebrity connections to trade on his victim and groomed him to pass him off to his friends. Jones's lawsuit claims that he believed Combs was grooming him and that fear became a reality when actor Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly attacked him while he was on the music mogul's boat. According to People, Gooding is named as a defendant in an updated version of the case that was filed in late March. Additionally, the complaint claims that Combs' circle approved his actions, enabling him to interact and gain access to celebrities. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties. Partnership or affiliation with Mr. Combs' sex trafficking organizations gained legitimacy and access to celebrities, including well-known athletes, politicians, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like Prince Harry of the United Kingdom. Homeland Security searched Combs' residences. Federal authorities searched the music mogul's homes in Miami and Los Angeles on March 25th. NBC News reports that the search warrants pertain to a federal investigation into allegations of sexual assault, sex trafficking, and the solicitation and distribution of illicit guns and drugs. Rolling Stone reports that federal officials in New York have interviewed at least 4 Jane Does and 1 John Doe as part of the probe, with more interviews to come. Aaron Dyer, Combs's lawyer, said in a statement that the search warrants were carried out with a gross overuse of military-level force. Despite media rumors, we have not arrested Mr. Combs or any of his family members, nor have we restricted their ability to travel in any way, he said. Authorities spoke to and cooperated with Mr. Combs, who never faced detention. Authorities have not confirmed whether they are investigating Combs for suspected sex trafficking, but Dyer connected the searches to the rapper's legal actions. An advanced, coordinated media presence combined with this unprecedented ambush leads to an early rush to judgment for Mr. Combs, and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on baseless accusations made in civil lawsuits, he added in the statement. Combs's ex-girlfriend and Justin's mother, Misa Hilton, posted a video of Christian and Justin Combs's arrest during the raid on Instagram, criticizing the authorities' excessive use of force. An attorney is investigating the agent's behavior, she noted. The same day, when police searched a jet connected to the music mogul, one of Combs's associates referred to in Jones's complaint as Mr. Combs's mule was taken into custody at Miami's Opa-locka Airport. TMZ obtained an affidavit charging Brendan Paul with one count of possession of suspected cocaine and another of possession of suspected marijuana candy. According to the publication, the arrest had nothing to do with the raids. Number 2. Combs is currently facing charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Federal officials took Combs into custody at the Park Hyatt New York in Manhattan on September 16th, following his grand jury indictment. A comprehensive video indictment charged him with racketeering and sex trafficking. In order to satisfy his sexual cravings, preserve his reputation, and hide his actions, Combs allegedly abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him. As stated in the complaint, the rapper created a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice by relying on the staff, assets, and power of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled. In response to the arrest, Combs's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, told Vulture, "Despite his flaws, Combs is not a criminal." In anticipation of these allegations, Mr. Combs willingly moved to New York last week, and he has been completely forthcoming with this inquiry to his credit, Agnifilo said. "Please hold off on deciding until you have all the information. These actions are those of an innocent individual who has nothing to conceal and eagerly awaits a clean record in court." On September 18th, Combs's attorneys filed an appeal, requesting that District Court Judge Andrew L. Carter grant him his freedom. A $50 million bond, monthly drug tests, the surrender of Combs's passport, and a ban on female visitation at his house apart from family, property caretakers, and friends who are not considered co-conspirators were all part of the revised bail package that his lawyers provided. Carter said that prosecutors provided clear and convincing evidence that there is no condition or set of conditions that would guarantee witness safety, thus he decided that Combs should remain in jail. Number 1. Several reports have detailed other claims of abusive conduct. In late May, Rolling Stone published a comprehensive video detailing various charges against Combs, which included a recent complaint from a woman who worked as a freelance graphic designer for Bad Boy's marketing team in the early 2000s. According to the lady, Combs celebrated his acquittal in 2001 for a nightclub shooting that injured 3 people by throwing a party at the Peninsula Hotel. She said that Combs came up to her and started rubbing her back during the celebration. "He's touching my back, arms, and shoulder. You like that?" he inquires. "I am aware of your likeness." Anna expressed her disgust to Rolling Stone. Weeks after the party, she said, her employer's girlfriend informed her that Combs had tried to solicit me for sex by approaching the boss there. According to one of the employees, Combs scolded her and violently grabbed her face during a dispute. The woman claimed that Combs asked her if her tongue was bleeding because she had bit it. He then placed one hand on each side of her cheeks and instructed her to stick out her tongue. He then squeezed her face harder, yelled at her to do so, and forced his hands on her face, she said. Another person claimed that Combs's alleged toxic behavior was particularly harmful to women, telling the Beast there was a lot of swearing, a lot of talking to people crazy, a lot of calling women bitches, saying, "Fuck you," or "stupid," or "I'll fire y'all bitches right now." She added, however, that she had rarely seen him act that way with men, unless they were low status or unimportant in the industry. We have contacted a Combs spokesperson regarding the most recent accusations, and we will update you once we hear back. Enjoyed the content? Show your love, like, share, and subscribe for more.